What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at inform Paulinho. It is perfect for this team of the week, as we had a rule breaker Talisca yesterday. Now we have an inform Paulinho getting that lovely strong link in the same league and the Brazilian dream. I was excited to see Paulinho get in. 150k is his max at the moment. He is extinct on, I think, all consoles for 150. I can imagine he will probably go up and then go back down. Obviously, I feel like a lot of people will get him in red, and I'm kind of hoping for him. There is obviously a lot of players I'd want, but being realistic, I'll absolutely take a Paulinho, just for the fact that we have got Talisca, who has been an absolute madman in terms of a cam / striker for me. So we have got him in the team today. We went up and managed to, I don't know how, managed to get one of these Paulinhos. Honestly, it was a long time trying to snipe this guy for 150. I personally don't think he'll go up. I think he'll obviously, price rise will go up, and then he'll just come back down as soon as people start flooding that market. I just don't see 150 for him. Off league, yes, I could see a low price there. Brazilian is nice. Obviously, he is a link to Talisca, like I said, literally a day ago. So there is some links there for him already. But is he 150? That's what we'll find out. So let's get into the in-game and start from there. So looking at Paulinho, we've had a +2 on everything and a +3 on the passing. So a nice upgrade, very much like how we did Zaha earlier. We did use them in the same squad, which is very lucky. But we did use Paulinho as that kind of central midfielder, really pushing it up front. We've tried him more as a cam as well. I think he is bound to be a proper CM, but I did like him as a cam. He has a nice shot on him, and I think it surprised me a little bit, because what I normally do is with these players, I go with the exact T of where they should be playing. And now I'm trying to branch out and really see what sort of positions suit him. As a defensive mid, I think he would be good, but I feel like the talents will be wasted. Whereas a cam, he can always drop back, and even if he doesn't drop really into the heart of the defense, he's at least touching distance away from being able to tackle people and being able to actually make some moves in the defense. Whereas I think if he's a DM, he's going to be too far away for the attacking mode, and especially with my kind of quick gameplay or my personal quick attacking, I think he'll miss out on a lot of the chances. And as you'll see in the clips, in literally a couple of minutes, he is a very good attacker. I was quite shocked by it. I really enjoyed playing with him. I thought he was a really good card. Him linking with Talisca was amazing. I'm in love with Fred. I think he's just an absolute beast at the moment, a proper cheap beast. Unfortunately, these players will die going into the couple of months, and will go against the full metas. But for right now, I am really enjoying it. In terms of the skill moves and weak foot, we have got double 4 stars. We are right-footed, 6 foot, high work rates, and he has an average body type. So other than that, obviously we got the 4-4, absolutely perfect. 6 foot, nice height. I think this year the height is kind of the little bit of an advantage. The high work rates, I expect that with a box to box. He has got 94 stamina, which is perfect. 94 jumping and 87 heading accuracy. He's got 84 strength with 83 aggression. Absolute class. He's got 86 positioning and finishing with 85 shot power. 75 agility, 87 balance. Again, I like the balance on him. Agility not as much, but again, chemistry styles can work its magic. He's got 83 composure, 84 reactions and dribbling, and then 85 ball control. 85 short pass and 75 long. The card, as you can see, we'll see it in the end review, full in depth, properly going through it, so I can show you the actual screen. But what a card. What a card. He's got 2,367 in-game stats. That's a really nice amount. And in terms of what people want chemistry style-wise, I think if you was going to really push him as kind of like that cam, I'd be looking at maybe a hunter, maybe something like an engine to get him kind of going up there. What the suggestion is going with a shadow. That kind of balances out everything, and it gives him a cracking DM card. Turn him into an 87 DM. For me, I don't know what I think I would prefer him in the attacking, to be honest. I really did like him, and even though the shadow turns his defending into 90, which is absolutely cracking as well, which you definitely could, and it really gives you that perspective that this Paulinho could be used as a CDM, as a CM, and as a cam. That, for me, is a very well-rounded central midfielder that you can use him in all positions. For me, I personally like him bang in the middle. I think that's his kind of like sweet spot. And then I think you kind of, depending on how you play, you'd prefer him either way, going always up front or always in defense. For me, I like him attacking. I think he's got a wonderful shot, which we'll get into the gameplay now. So as we'll find out, Paulinho on the ball is just wonderful. He's a really, really good player. And for 150k, to be honest, I'm pretty happy with that. I personally think he is less, and he will be less, most definitely, with promo packs, with rewards, with his kind of price range dipping, and then obviously it'll go up and then it'll come back down. You're going to see him probably about 100k, maybe a bit under. I could be completely wrong. And when it upgrades to like 250k as his max price, he could stick at that. I don't personally know. I'm not putting money on the line for it, as we get an assist with him straight off the bat. He more than likely will be under. He's an off league. Yes, he's got a great nation, but I think the league for me always has that kind of swaying factor. If he was a Brazilian Paulinho playing for Tottenham, he would be over 150. It's just unfortunately how the leagues put it. Because of the links, you've got to kind of go with that sort of play. But what he offered up front was passing. He offered dribbling, being able to kind of get the ball. We see here a little header. I wanted a chest volley, but unfortunately we didn't get that. And he's just cracking with it. You just look at this. Manages to go past one and then slots it in the top left. What sort of centre mid can do that? I don't really know too much that I was this impressed with, other than Fred, to be honest with you. Again, we managed to get it with Ansu Fati as a sub. Pull it one way. Literally 180 spin, manages to get it in, and he's playing literally the central midfielder role, really pushing up, and you can see the high attack and work rate right there, and it's working an absolute dream. I had real fun with him and Talisca linking together. Thought they were a really good pair, and definitely something you want to look at. If you are using that Talisca, most definitely be looking at this Paulinho, because I think it's an awesome link that you can get together. You've got Alexandro as left back if you don't quite have a Mendy. You've also got Diego Carlos, who I highly recommend. There is plenty of Brazilians out there, and we're going to keep growing and growing and growing, and hopefully we do get a very, very nice full Brazilian team as we get another miss. So as we can see with Paulinho, he is now again extinct. It was 150 a minute ago, but we refreshed the page and again he has gone extinct. So more than likely, like I say, it'll probably go up to 250, 300, could even go all the way to 400. We'll see a influx of everybody putting him on the market who's helped him, because that is just what you do. You don't sell him for 150 if you potentially can get more. I think personally for me, I would bank out at 150 and hope that he kind of goes down, which I believe he will. I think if you're lucky, you may get a 200 out of him literally instantly if people are looking to pick him up. Other than that, I feel like he will drop under the 150 tomorrow once we get the rewards. He is in the Chinese league, same as Talisca, like we said. He is 4-star, like I said. Trait-wise, that's one thing we didn't kick on. Finesse shots and power free kick. One thing that I've not really seen this year or been able to do is a power free kick. I think they got very difficult after they added like the circle where you have to move it and shoot with that. When you could just kind of like aim forward as such, or move it and then you just shoot without no lines. I found it much easier to do the powers. You kind of found that mojo with it. This year and everything else, I think it's just a little bit hard for me. In terms of stats then, we've got a well-rounded centre mid, as you can see. I think the votes are Shadow, Catalyst, Engine, Artist and Hunter. Like I said, it all depends on what you want in a card. I think Engine would be really good for that kind of midfielder, the absolute central mid. He gets a bit of pace, bit of passing, bit of dribbling, and then obviously everything else. You could even potentially just go with a basic if you was going on that principle, to be fair. Turns him into an 88 CM and literally gives a bit of everything. That's always an option if you go with a central mid. Obviously, if you're going for a defensive mid, you're looking at Shadow. That absolutely blows it out of the water for me. Hunter is quite nice, to be honest, if you're going for a cam centre forward. I think it would be more as a centre forward card though, because obviously a cam still need a bit more passing in my opinion, and the shooting is kind of like secondary at that point. I feel like as a cam, you want to have someone who, yes, can score a couple of long shots, which I think these sort of stats could do, but then you also want someone who can obviously pass it as well. That is just inevitable. So Catalyst could be the move there, gets him into an 86 cam. It all depends on what you want for him. Personally for me, I would be looking at maybe keeping him basic or going for that Hunter as like more of a kind of centre forward striker. And then if I was going DM, obviously it'd be Shadow. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash the like button. We are going to get more informs out later. So if you do want to subscribe, thank you very much for staying to this part. Thank you very much for the subscription. And I'll see you for the next one.